And welcome to another edition of On a Couch Talking Sports. As always, I'm Robbie, and even though you can't see him at the moment, that is Kyle over there. Kyle, how are you?
I'm doing right. How about you?
Doing well. Happy Hump Day.
There we go. Middle of the week. We did it.
You know, it's all up from here. We hope. So, before we get into the crux of today's episode, because we've got a great episode planned for you guys, and I'm very excited for it, we want to throw out a special shout-out to both of our sponsors for tonight's episode. The first one being Zyman Organizing, obviously a great sponsor of all three of our YouTube shows, obviously this one, and the Sports Blitz, and Marvel at the Movies. The other 2/3 of our YouTube empire we got going on here. Our YouTube
Empire.
Trilogy.
An empire, basically three people, but an empire nonetheless.
Yeah. The Empire Strikes Back. No, but you know, Zyman Organizing, hey, they've been a sponsor for a while now, and if you need any help organizing anything in your life, your room, closet, bookshelf, whatever, Zyman Organizing will come, they will help you, they will listen to you, and they will get you back on track. They're just awesome, and we couldn't thank them enough for their support. So big shout out to Zyman Organizing. The other is Wes Woodson, big YouTube personality, has a book about anxiety, just doing big things, and again, big friend of all of our three shows here, so shout out to Wes, and as always, both those links will be in the description. So, for tonight's episode, and we kind of teased it the last episode, obviously, if you've watched the show long enough, you'll know that Kyle and I like attending a good sporting event on occasion. We always have a good time going to games, whether it be baseball, hockey, football, basketball, whatever the case may be, does not matter. We are there, and we always like to come back and review it afterwards with you folks at home. And so that's what we're going to do tonight, because Kyle and I had the occasion this past Friday night to take in, for the first time, well, actually, it was the first time for both of us. I had been to a game like a week or two ago, but for the first time together in the last 2 years, had the occasion to go to a Boston College hockey game. That's right. We were in the building Friday night for BC versus UMass. BC kind of having an up and down year, a bit of a struggle. UMass, though, top team in Hockey East, 9th ranked team in the country,
Hey,
defending national champions. I mean, just the list goes on and on. And so I was really wondering how this game was going to go. I could kind of, unfortunately, see this game possibly going badly for BC, if you want to know the honest truth. But, hey, you know what? Shout out to BC. They came ready to go, and they pulled off the upset. That's right. They defeated UMass 2-1 was the final. What was a thrilling game.
Yeah. And no overtime either. No overtime this time. So.
No overtime. It was all in regulation. But speaking of regulation, before we get into the episode itself, the final seconds of that game, Kyle, were probably some of the most thrilling final seconds of a hockey game I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, BC was up 2-1. UMass had their goalie pulled, so they were skating, a 6-on-5. And literally, they had 4 or 5 shots in a row in the final 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And literally, I kid you not, folks, UMass put the puck in the back of the net And the only reason why I did not count because it went in just after the horn sounded. Like, it was insane.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was the most insane finish to a hockey game I have ever seen. The reason why I bring this up is because Kyle actually had the wherewithal, the smarts to record the final seconds of the BC UMass game from our vantage point, which, mind you, was up in the balcony, but that's okay. We still got a pretty decent look at all the excitement. What we wanted to do is before we get into talking about the game ourselves, we wanted to share with you those final seconds in a classic Kyle sports montage. So here it is right here. Wow. Just wow, Kyle. I mean, what drama, what craziness. I mean,
I just love seeing the random guy in the footage. There was like the random, like, I think like guy like a few rows down on the right side. He was just like, woo! You could see his like silhouette just kind of like right in front. That was pretty funny. But man, like everyone was on the edge of their seats. Like
really?
At that point, like it was just crazy.
It was nuts. And then they had to like go and review it,
mm-hmm.
and it was just like. I didn't know what was going to happen next. I was like, oh my God, what's going on?
Like, wow.
It was, no, like you said, it was insane. And it was such a fun game to be at. So I know we kind of started at the beginning, or kind of working our way back here, Kyle. But I just kind of wanted to ask you, first off, just your overall thoughts and feelings about the game, being there and all of that from Friday night.
I mean, it was a thrilling game. It was, like you said, like it was just from start to finish. It was unbelievable. Both teams I really thought brought their all to this game, and it's really it is boring in like sports in general when you see like one team just kind of like beating up another team for like the whole time, and it's just, I mean. Especially, I mean, granted, if it's the team you're cheering for, I guess it's one thing. But I don't know. For me, like, I like to see a really good game. I like it when the score is tight. And this game did not disappoint in that department. Like, it was just it was incredible. And BC, I was so surprised in the third period, especially. They really took control of the puck. Like the first two periods, I feel like they were struggling a little bit at times to have control. I feel like a lot of times, the other team had a lot more chances to shoot the puck and stuff like that. But the third period, they came just flying into the scene. And I have never seen also, another thing I wanted to bring up, I've never seen a team score so fast in the game. It wasn't even 30 seconds in. And they had already shot a goal in. Like they literally just came. I don't know what kind of speech they had. I wonder if like friggin' Al Pacino just like stepped in there and just decided to do his whole any given
the game winning
Sunday
goals for like literally like 30 seconds into the third period. Yeah, no, you're right. It was it was wild. And I mean, you're absolutely right. BC was like right with them for the entire game. I mean, they had a lot of chances to like score even more goals in that game. It was something else. And I did love the atmosphere. And I gotta say, I mean, I know that they were the opposing team, but I gotta give a lot of credit to the UMass faithful because they really did show up to that game on the road at BC. I mean, literally in the balcony where we were like surrounded by UMass fans, and they were doing like loud, like "Let's go UMass" chants and all that, like the entire game. Like they were. I hate to say it, they're almost as loud, if not louder, than the BC fans a lot of the time. So they were pretty wild to listen to.
Yeah, I mean, they're very dedicated. It's nice seeing kind of like on both ends, just like I remember even like I think the UMass people just randomly started chanting like "BU sucks." I'm like,
yeah.
Okay.
Well, that all we can all get behind. You know, as BC hockey fans and UMass hockey fans, it is a point of unitedness that BU does suck. So
damn,
go for it. Go for it, UMass fans. I do approve of that.
No, it was a great game. It was so much fun to watch. And I just got to give another shout out to the pep band. I love the pep band. Like every time we go to those games, like they're always the part of the game I look forward to the most because I feel like in that department they never disappoint. They always come out with bangers of just like different songs. Like I think they did like "Shipping Up to Boston."
Oh yeah.
They did a
Seven
great
Nation Army.
Yeah, Seven Nation Army. Great version of that. Just like even songs I don't care about as much, or I might be getting tired of hearing.
I don't care.
Yeah, Robbie knows.
I love it. I don't care.
Like they just do such great renditions. Like I love them. Like you guys to me are like the stars of that of the whole game in my opinion. So I just love hearing you.
No, the BC Pep Band is great. I mean, there's no question about it. I agree with you. They definitely put in the work and. You definitely put in a great. They are a great addition to the entertainment of the environment. So definitely have to give a big shout out to them. But yeah, I mean, just like I said, a great win for BC. Very very happy that they were able to pull out the win. And like I said, our first BC hockey game together in over 2 years, which was wild. It was great being back inside Kelly Rink, Conti Forum, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I mean, it was just it was a great time. It was I don't know anything else you want to add about the experience. I mean, it kind of got off to an auspicious beginning. I could kind of bring it up since it was me who caused the auspicious beginning. I had a little little car issue on the way over to the game, and this guy, you know, is the good friend that he is, kind of rerouted himself to come and pick me up because my car kind of had to be towed on the way to the game.
So random.
I kind of unfortunately a little object on the road got the better of my tire. So
I was like, who leaves stuff like that on the road? Like, what? How do you even get there? Like, what?
Luckily, it's been fixed. It was fixed like the next day. So, and it was actually a lot simpler fix than I thought it would have to be. So I was grateful about that. We only missed like 3 minutes of the game.
We were there pretty.
We were there pretty promptly.
Well, the good news is when we got there, we got at a time where the crowd was a little less. We didn't experience like the entirety of like the oncoming crowd. So that was really cool.
Yeah, everybody kind of like parked. It was in there already.
Yeah.
So we could kind of just waltz on in. But no, it was a really good night. A really good night. All that car stuff.
No, you know what? Either way, we made it work, and we saw a really hell of a great game. So
we really did. It was a lot of fun, and can't wait for more games in the future. We're always looking for that next game. Excuse me. So yeah,
Mhm.
great time. Great
Yeah.
time was had by all.
Awesome. And we'll be going to more of those games too in the future, like whether it's BC or even I'm sure Babson or maybe even
Yeah.
Bentley. I don't know. We'll see. Like we
Oh,
got some other.
we got another one coming up in the very near future. So you all folks look out for that
Yeah.
coming up. So I'm not gonna give anything away, but I just keep an eye out for that. So
It's the Toronto Blue Jays. Wait,
there's no baseball right now, though.
They're not even in season.
Yeah, it's kind of
I'm just
Do
kidding.
you think you had to bring that up? It was such a good show, and you had to bring up to the MLB.
Oh,
Is in their freaking lockout
that is
right
a very
now.
sore subject. Yep, my bad. No, don't cry, guys. Don't cry. Don't cry.
All right, I'm better now.
There we go. We got this, Robbie.
We're good.
Show must go on.
We're gonna power through. So yeah, great win for BC. It's kind of funny. They're actually playing right now as we speak in the first round of the conference tournament, the Hockey East
Ooh, very nice.
conference tournament. They're playing UNH at home tonight. They're actually winning currently 3-1. So
wow. Okay.
hopefully they can
All right.
keep the good times rolling. So we'll have to wait and see. But
Let them make you a clown. Sorry, that's a song by the Cars. You know, the good times roll.
You heard my car? I know it's not the Cars, but just made me think of.
It's a great band.
Yeah.
Great band.
All right. So yeah. So and shout out, like I said, to Kyle for that great footage.
Thank you.
Definitely hope you all enjoyed that. So we're now going to move on to the end portion of our episode with my final thoughts and the Sue's reviews, obviously. So I'll start with my final thoughts, and my final thoughts are hockey related. I want to give a shout out to a team that we've talked about several times on the past few episodes, and that is the Babson College hockey team, who this past Saturday night captured a big prize of their own as they captured the New England Hockey Conference title on Saturday night, defeating Skidmore. 5-3 was the final. I was there in attendance. It was a great game.
Nice.
First time in school history, apparently, that Babson has hosted the conference championship game, which was pretty awesome. It was a great crowd. Everybody was really excited. And, Babson, came out flying. They played really hard and, like I said, were able to take home the victory. So I was very, very impressed by the Beavers and, conference champs. So big congratulations to them. And now they move on to the NCAA tournament where they will be hosting Trinity College in the first round on Saturday night. It's kind of interesting to think back, 2 years, because Babson was scheduled to host Manhattanville in the first round of the NCAA tournament back in March of 2020, but unfortunately, all the tournaments got shut down, and the season abruptly ended because of COVID. So finally, 2 years later, Babson is back in the big dance, and they, like I said, will be defending their home turf for the final time this season come Saturday night against Trinity. So big best of luck to them, and hope that they come out on top again. That'll be really exciting. So
cool.
That's it for my final thought for this evening. Just wanted to, like I said, give Babbo a little shout out there.
Nice.
So let me now toss it over, and he caught it, to Kyle for another, what I'm sure will be rousing edition of the Sue's Review. So Kyle, please take it away.
All right, so I'm going to talk about the new Batman movie came out, aptly titled The Batman. The first Batman movie, actually, I think that has just the title The, next to Batman. Great movie. Just right off the bat, I love this movie. I actually think, I'm going to go as far as to say, this might be This might be my favorite Batman movie. I loved it. I thought Robert Pattinson just knocked it out of the park as Batman. The fact that I think he was the one actor out of all the Batman actors, maybe not Adam West. Okay, it's hard to say with Adam West, but I think he's out of all the actors who spent the most time in the Batsuit, and that's why I said maybe not Adam West. I think Adam West spent also a lot of time in the Batsuit as well. But this was a 3-hour movie, and I think there were literally 2.5 of those hours, of those 3 hours, like Robert Pattinson was in the Batman suit. Unbelievable. Just the movie really worked for me because it was a great detective story. So basically, the premise of the movie is Batman, and this is Batman who's already been Batman for a couple years. This essentially is a reboot. It's you don't have to know anything about any of the other Batman movies. You can just go into this movie fresh. That's what's nice about it. And he goes up against the Riddler in this one. So the Riddler is very different than past versions of the Riddler. Like, he's not like Jim Carrey or Frank Gorshin. I think that was the original one from the Adam West series. He was just kind of this guy with like a, he's in like a skin tight green suit with like a cane, who always just kind of like annoyed Batman. And no, this time they treat him more like the Zodiac Killer. It's very dark. Just kind of off the bat, like, so this is not a movie you really want to take your kids to.
Off the bat.
Good one. Wow, walked into that one.
Sorry, I could help myself.
Thank you for pointing that out. I really pun, I guess, very not intended.
That's right. You're just a very punny person. It's all good.
I try. I'm in the Punning Man, series. But yeah, it's a very dark movie. So if you like kind of more detective movies, if you like kind of more film noirs, movies with a mystery, movies with kind of more of like a crime sort of solving edge to it, this movie is fantastic. I highly recommend watching it. And and honestly, I would even recommend this movie to people who are tired of superhero movies, who have seen so many of them, and who are just like kind of like tired of all the special effects and the CGI and everything that they see in most of them nowadays. This movie for me was a nice breath of fresh air. I thought it was great. Like, there's actually not that much action in the movie, and for some people they might not like that. But to me, I loved it because you don't have to have that much action in a detective movie. You can still be a very compelling movie if you have a good mystery behind it. And just like it has really great characterization. The cast was phenomenal. I love just everyone who played their roles. Zoe Kravitz was a fantastic Catwoman. Colin Farrell was a great Penguin. You barely even recognize him because they put so much makeup on his face. Then there was I can't even Jim Gordon, played by the guy from Casino Royale, Felix Leiter. Why can't I remember his name? But he was fantastic as well. He was probably my favorite on-screen Gordon. And the cool thing is that, so he's the police commissioner in the Batman in every Batman iteration, but this time it was great because he actually Jeffrey Wright, sorry, that's the actor's name, Jeffrey Wright, who is from Casino Royale and all the other Bond movies and a bunch of other movies. Great actor. He hopped in on the action with Batman. Like, the two of them were working together for pretty much the whole movie, and it was great. I loved it, and it just really had this kind of hard-boiled like noir vibe to it, and like the way they filmed it, like the cinematography was amazing. The way Gotham City in this movie looked very grungy, but it was very awe-inspiring as well. Sorry, I can't talk to me. And
I thought I was the one who couldn't speak words.
Yeah. Well, you got a friend with that one.
Yeah, seriously.
And the action scenes they did have in the movie were great. And the fact that they were kind of they were just kind of like sparsely throughout the movie made them that much more impactful. The fight scenes were fantastic. I think some of the best fight scenes in the whole series. The Batmobile chase alone and the way they built up the whole Batmobile throughout the movie was fantastic. I just love this movie. I think it was really good, and in some ways I thought it was actually even better than the Christopher Nolan trilogy. And a lot of people I know are going to hate me for saying that. They're going to be like, Kyle, don't you dare touch those movies. But you
can send all letters of complaint to Kyle. That is Kyle.
Right here.
the opinions of Kyle do not necessarily reflect those of On a Couch Talking Sports or its sponsors or of its subsidiary
well, I mean,
shows.
it reflects half of On a Couch Talking Sports, but we'll get into that later. Anyways, no.
That half of the couch.
So yeah, but yeah, just direct all your tomatoes at me. So yeah, that's what Robbie's basically trying to say. Robbie's gonna, yeah, we're doing the social distancing thing now, so that's a pretty smart move on this guy's part. So, but yes, great movie, just fantastic style, just direction, just unbelievable. I love this type of movie, and I've never seen really a superhero movie that went this far into being just a great detective movie. I loved it. So yeah, if you guys got 3 hours, yes, it's a 3-hour long movie. Definitely check it out. It's you won't even realize the 3 hours went by though. That's the beauty of this movie. So take an afternoon, take a night, just watch the movie, see what you think. Let me know what you guys think. I'm curious to
Drop
see
a comment.
How you like it, how you think it compares.
Drop your hate comments to Kyle for what he just said.
Yeah, I said it. Pattinson is he's one of my favorite Batman. I love him. So, yeah, check it out.
Very nice. Thanks, Kyle, for that rousing review, as always. Good stuff. So, that is going to wrap it up for another edition of On a Couch Talking Sports. Again, want to give a shout out to our sponsors, Zion Organizing and Wes Woodson. Again, great friends of not only this show, but the Sports Splits and Marvel at the Movies as well. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to the Sports Splits and Marvel at the Movies.
Yeah.
Great content already in the books and great content coming soon, as always. Shout out to Doug, the third member of our crew here.
The trifecta.
The trifecta of our YouTube trifecta. So, big shout out to him. So, yeah, that does it for this latest edition of On a Couch Talking Sports. Thanks everybody for joining us as always, we're once again here on YouTube. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Just drop us a comment, drop us a like, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell. Do it all, friends. Just do it all.
Just do it.
Just do it, as Nike says. Just do it. But anyway, as always, that's Kyle. I'm Robbie from this lovely couch. We will see you next time here on a couch talking sports. Until then, take care, everybody. We got birds, pre-show birds.